Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to our first major sale of December. It is the GOG Winter Sale. Starting from the 12th of December until the 2nd of January, we'll have deals on thousands of games and a few giveaways as well. So first I wanted to mention that the game Ghost of a Tale is free to claim for the next 50-60 hours or so, and this is a fantasy RPG where you play as a rat, etc. I have heard of this game, I've seen reviews, it looks interesting, so I'm happy to get this. All you need to do is make sure you're signed into GOG, click on the add to library, and the game is yours. I think they tend to do 1 or 2 giveaways every week, and since this is a longer sale, we should get 3 to 4 games at least. Anyway, first quickly wanted to mention why you should consider GOG over other platforms. First reason is your games are DRM free, meaning you don't need a launcher to play them. Download them directly and play them. Secondly, you own the games. Unlike other platforms where you just get a license, here you actually own the games. You can download them, gift them to your friends, not a problem, like you would with physical games. And then third reason is GOG tries their best to make sure all the games, even older games from like 20 plus years ago, are optimized to run properly on the latest Windows. So especially for older games, anything that is more than 5-7 years old, I tend to prefer GOG because games had a lot of issues and a lot of different things back in the days, things like the games for Windows Live Service and things like that in the past. So here you'll be playing them offline most of the time. So anyway, in this video I have quite a lot of games, so I don't want to waste too much time. I've split them into 3 categories: RPGs and open world games, shooters, and then racing games and some other categories. And all these games are under $5. I'll try and make a few more videos, maybe under $10, etc. So let's get into the open world section first and RPGs. Mad Max, Warner Brothers game, very fun game, massive open world, good hand-to-hand combat, car customization and car combat is fun in this game. I really like this game. I have put in 70-80 hours into this game, even though it's not that big. You can finish it in like 20, but I really enjoy the whole setting and the feel of this game. This is 75% off, $499. We then go back in time to the Wheel of Time, and this is a action role-playing fantasy type of game. I don't really know too much about this game. I have heard about this over the years but never looked into it. Recently saw some gameplay and I'm actually blown away by how good this looks. This is from 1999. This is almost 23-24 years old and it looks this good. So yeah, I'm definitely curious. I think you are like a magician and you have to use spells and things like that. So yeah, I'm really impressed by how good it looks. So this is 50% off, $499 as well. I'm not sure this is an open world game. Next is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. So a cult hit, you could say, Capcom published RPG, and it has a sequel coming out. I don't know when, but they did announce it recently. So yeah, if you like Skyrim fantasy RPGs, check this out. This is 84% off, $4.79. Next is something I'm not too familiar with. I have heard of it. This is Legend of Grimrock, and this is a classic style dungeon crawling. I believe there are like inmates on a remote island and you have to go through the dungeons to survive. 75% off, $374. There is a sequel as well, Grimrock 2, and I think this is how I came to know about this series. Next is of course a CD Projekt game, because GOG is a sister site, and this is The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. I'm still surprised by how cheap this game is and how good this is. $3, 85% off for Witcher 2. Fantastic game. This game, you can play this game twice because at the start of the game there are 2 different paths you can choose depending on like a character you can go with. And yeah, there's a lot of replayability, and of course it fills you up with the lore of the world as well. So if you're a fan of Witcher and you've only played Witcher 3, definitely go back and play this. Witcher 1 may seem a little dated, so you could wait until they do the remake, which they are doing, but Witcher 2 still holds up very well. Now on to the shooter section. So we have first up The Suffering Ties That Bind. So for me, the early 2000s was a great period for shooters, like the first decade. Max Payne, Hitman, stuff like that. And then there are a lot of smaller games inspired by those games. Some had horror themes, some had survival aspects, and this is one of them. I haven't played this, heard a bit about this. This is 75% off, $249. This is a survival horror shooter type game, and this is from 2005. It looks good to me. So if you are a fan of these games, Dead Space, stuff like that, I guess, although it's not in space or anything, it's like more of an urban setting. So yeah, $249 for this one. Next is Stranglehold, and this looks very good. So I'll read the description and you'll get an idea. Take on the role of Inspector Tequila from John Woo's influential action film Hardboiled, starring Chow Yun-fat. Engage your enemies with intense cinematic gun battles and cause massive environmental damage in real time or revolutionary slow motion tequila time. So basically bullet time. This is a Max Payne style of game, and it looks pretty good. This is from 2005 as well, I think, 7. So yeah, not that bad. This is just the right age for this sort of game, I feel, because any older and maybe it might feel a little dated, but 2005 to 7 feels very good to me. Then we have Deadly Premonition Director's Cut. I don't even know if this is a shooter in the normal sense. This is a horror, let's see, open world horror. Yeah, it is for first person. You can see third person. Anyway, when this game came out, I heard that this was like a very weird game. And initially it was a console exclusive, or Xbox 360 and PS3. I did not even know this was ported to PC, but it was a few years later, in like 2013 or something. 90% off, $249. I've heard a lot of YouTubers talk about this game as something to check out, mostly for the PlayStation. Next is Painkiller Black Edition, 80% off, $199. So once again, a horror shooter, kind of popular. Like, this is one of those games that you keep hearing about. I've never actually played these. There are multiple games. I think I mentioned another one in the last video on Steam. But yeah, $2 for Black Edition. This is from 2005. If you can have a look, once again, it's got that right age, I feel, to be enjoyable. So yeah, have a look at this. Next is, of course, my favorite from this era, Hitman 2 Silent Assassin. So back in 2003, I made a PC for myself, like with my own money for the first time, when I was just like finishing college and had a job. And this was literally the first thing I bought on it. I had read a review for this in the Guardian newspaper and then went to a game shop and bought a used copy of this game for like £11 or something. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Me and my housemates, all of them sat around and watched each other play. This was such a great time for us. 80% off, $179. Next is something that I am quite amazed to see at this price. This is Fear Platinum, and yeah, this is very cheap. I'm surprised. So you can see here, Platinum includes original Fear and its 2 add-ons, Fear Extraction Point and Fear Perseus Mandate. So all of this for $149, and it is DRM free, and it is from 2007, meaning it just looks decent as well. Yeah, very good deal. I think probably the best deal here. Finally, we're on to our mixed category, a few different type of games. We have Flat Out 2 racing arcade game. This is made by the people who make the Wreckfest games, and this is 85% off, $149. People mentioned in the comments that this is a fun game. I bought it myself last week and it's still on sale. So if you want a retro racing arcade game, have a look at this. Also, something I discovered recently is RC cars. So you are driving RC cars here. Once again, graphics look very good. Now, back in the day, I played a game called Revolt. Some of you may remember, and I liked it quite a lot. I only had the demo of the game. It is also available here, but it's not on a good enough sale, so I haven't mentioned this here. But I found something similar. So this is RC cars. I like the detailing. This is 20 years old, and yeah, it looks good. This is 60% off, $119 only. Another new game that I discovered is Alien Breed. So there are 3 games here. This is Alien Breed 3 Descent, 90% off, $119. This is a twin stick shooter, and in space you're shooting aliens, obviously. The reviews here, we don't have a lot of reviews on GOG, so I looked up the reviews on Steam. By the way, the whole thing is on sale on Steam as well, this one. You can get it there if you prefer, but again, older game, so I would recommend here. Now, reviews say that this has a Dead Space feel to it, but with obviously twin stick controls. But a few negatives that people are saying is that the fixed camera and a few shaky camera things that are a little annoying in this game. However, this is very cheap. This is 99 cents, and if you go on Steam and you have regional pricing, it will be like next to nothing. I have bought the first one just to check it out myself and see if it is good. I mean, when people criticize too much on a very cheap game, it feels weird to me, but I still want to see if they're genuine criticisms. But yeah, 99 cents for this looks like a bargain. And the entire collection is also included. I don't know if it's here, but yeah, all three of them together like 229. And then our final game here is Still Life. So this is made by Microids, the people behind the Siberia game. So this is a point and click adventure horror type of game. And yeah, it looks good. Once again, another game I've heard a bit over the years but never actually got around to playing. So yeah, so that's a quick first look at games under $5, open world shooters and a mix of smaller genres. Let me know if you're interested in seeing more. Steam Winter Sale obviously will start next week, so have plenty of time until then. Epic will start their sale on Thursday, so we'll have a look at that sale, and then of course the 15 games that they'll be giving away for free. Meanwhile, we should get anywhere between 3 to 4, maybe even more free games here as well. And yeah, plenty of deals here. Older games, go for GOG, that would be my recommendation. But yeah, hope this was useful. Thank you for watching, and let me know if you want to see more.